Week 6 of Lakeshore Prep Sports here on Lakeshore PBS. Tonight, a big-time feature on the Munster girls and boys swim team. Looking forward to that. We'll check out boys basketball coming your way this weekend, and also the girls state tournament continuing. We'll talk about those games. All that's coming up next on Lakeshore PBS.
Become your best at IU Northwest. With more than 70 high-quality degree programs, a convenient location, and affordable tuition. Learn how you can join more than 29,000 IU Northwest alumni at iun.edu.
Valparaiso University is a place for you to grow. It's where professors are there to help you find your passions, and it's where you'll make connections that last a lifetime. Learn more at valpo.edu.
Doing as much as you can, as quickly as you can, is important to me. Life is short, and the earlier we get started helping our community, the better off our community will be.
All right, it is week 6 of Lakeshore Prep Sports on Lakeshore PBS. We're ready to jump in to some boys basketball coming our way this weekend, and then we'll talk some girls basketball a little later on tonight. But first off, a game we're going to feature is the PCC champs, Morgan Township, taking on Couts this weekend.
Big rivalry game for the Couts Mustangs and the Morgan Township Indians. These two teams are only separated by a few miles, and being a Couts resident, I am very interested in this game.
And Couts, by the way, very impressive in their matchup against Lake Station. I thought it would be more of a one-sided type game, but Couts goes into this doing pretty well. They hung in there.
But speaking of doing well, we've got Morgan Township. They're on an 11-game winning streak. They're playing some of the best basketball in Northwest Indiana, and you can see it right there. That's number 21, Keegan Holder, taking it to the hole.
15-3, as you mentioned. That's pretty impressive so far this year.
They gave up don't give up the baseline again. Come on.
Holder with the finish once more. So the Morgan Township plays a very good, disciplined style of basketball. The pick, the roll.
They were very impressive in the PCC tournament.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of emotion in the PCC tournament as well.
Yeah.
It's one of the premier tournaments in Northwest Indiana, and they took care of business and did what they needed to do. And you can tell that they seem unflappable. They are very well disciplined, and you saw there with the Holder with the return there, the follow-up.
You can see why he's averaging 18 points a game too. He's got a nose for the basket.
There's Hayden Grieger there with the take up to the left side. So 15-3, they're doing really well, but they're averaging 58 points per game as well.
And you got two guys averaging in double figures. It's always good to have those two guys. 3 would be even better.
Sure.
But to have two guys that average in double figures, that's a good thing.
Kind of a quiet 15-3. They're not getting a lot of publicity.
No, not really.
Here in Northwest Indiana, but they've had an outstanding season, of course. And when you win the PCC tournament in the middle of the year, it's a great season no matter what. All right, let's see Couts. We've talked about them before. Coach Kevin Duzan's ball club.
Coach Duzan, an excellent coach. Couts is 10-7 on the year, but they have won 2 of the last 3.
And they went to Lake Station, as we mentioned earlier, a tough place to play. Lake Station has not lost at home this year. They hung tough with them. Every time it looked like the Eagles were about to put the game away, here come the Mustangs back to make a game of it.
It speaks to Coach Duzan's philosophy that never say die, that stick with it, tough mentality.
Yeah, and also move the basketball around. Find teammates, don't just dribble, find the open man.
Matthew Baker, I thought he played for Michigan, but he also plays in his spare time for Couts, going off the glass for 2. Colton Heyman
there with a nice play. A good save there.
Oh, nice pass, too.
Right underneath the hoop for the finish for Garavelia.
And there again, the movement and the outside jumper never hurts.
Wow.
Oh my goodness, great outside jumper.
Looks like that one got it in before the quarter ended.
Look at that nice shooting from the corner there. That was Antweiler there from the corner. This Couts team is very resilient, but they're running into a really hot team. which is going to surpass each other, the 11-game win streak or 2 out of the last 3. This is a rivalry game. We're not sure what's going to happen.
And again, you have a team that has more than one double-figure scorer. I mean, obviously Andrews is the top guy, but look at Baker right at 14 points per game. That's going to help. But I want to see what the prediction is going to be on this one.
All right, my Couts folks, I am sorry once more.
Dang, man.
I think that Morgan Township is on a roll right now. They are playing into a hornet's nest here in Couts. That gym is exceptionally difficult to play. I think this is going to be a coin flip type game, but I think Morgan has just a little too much at the end.
I think that's a solid pick.
Yeah, that's 2 weeks in a row you went up against Couts, man. You want to talk about it?
Don't rub it in. But, my neighbors are going to start leaving me messages at my doorstep, so we don't need anything.
Oh, okay. No addresses will be thrown out during this program.
All right, let's check out Whiting and Westville. The Oilers had a big win over Lowell this week.
Whiting is kind of pulling that 500% winning percentage. They've won 3 of their last 6. They're 8-9 on the season, but there is a lot of good talent on this team.
And you look at 8-9, you say, it's okay. How many games did these guys win last year? 0. They were 0-20 last year. They're 8-9. Same head coach. So let's give the guy some credit by making this basketball team better.
Sean Donaldson knocking it in, and one more.
He's showing off the skills right there. It seems like Whiting is starting to build a nice program here, and you can tell that the work that they're putting in this offseason, leading into this season, is really showing.
Yeah, that's a big improvement. I mean,
that's good offensive rebound.
Yeah, it was Jeremiah Allard there.
Yeah. So they're getting points in the paint, which is never a bad thing. And of course, if you have to hit from the outside, you can do that as well.
Nolan Toth with the drain from 3.
I wonder if he's related to the coach.
Yeah.
Duh.
Bo Harbin off glass.
Ooh, and the foul. Look at that.
Donaldson.
I'm not sure they called it, but it was a foul in my book.
Well, he might have got the technical.
The flop technical?
Flop, yes.
I think there was contact there, Joe.
I think Lazinski would have gotten a 10 too because he's talking about that too much.
Whiting has won 3 out of the last 6 games. As you said, they have improved immensely from last year, and they do have, again, 2 players averaging in double figures.
I think Zach Eady would have got that call, though.
Yeah, we'll see. The generous whistle, right?
That's what they say. Yeah.
All right, let's check out Westville. 14-6, PCC champs a year ago. Played pretty well in the tournament again this year.
You're going to see the natural fluidity of this team throughout these highlights. There's a lot of good athleticism, and they're really well coached by Eubanks.
As a matter of fact, you'll see this later on. Another team that has double-figure guys, I should say 2 players on the team that average double figures, and they really have that situation at Westville.
And they got the guy, they have the captain of the all-name team right there, Javion Ballin.
Hello.
Perfect. Perfect for a basketball player. And he is balling. Look at him.
Javion is balling.
There you go.
Yeah, he's averaging 16 points per game, so you know he's got some skills. But look how they share the ball there.
Yeah.
That was Cole Swanson there.
A lot of guys that can shoot.
Yeah. A lot of talent there. I have some friends that live in Westville, and they're really high on this team, and they're really proud of how they're performing so far.
Caden Pepper. Oh, good follow.
Strong. That's Ishmael Kane there, being strong in the lane.
For a 1A school, they got some size.
They do. Yes, they do.
So Pepper averages 17 and Ballin averages 16.
It's pretty even scoring there. That's
and we
what
saw
you need.
Swanson shooting the lights out as well.
Lots of different threats there for this Westville team.
Always helps during the tournament.
Gotta
to have
pick
more than
Westville
one
here.
guy.
Great logo, too. No, you picked Whiting.
Whose pick is that, Joe?
That's my pick?
Yeah, sure
Did we
is.
get that correct? All right, I'll have to check my text. I don't know about that
You're
one.
going
All
to
right.
get some Westville hate mail.
55-45, Whiting over Westville. All right, how about some Duneland Conference boys? Portage and Chesterton thought it was going to be for the outright title a couple of weeks ago, but Portage fell from the ranks of the undefeated.
Yeah, Portage started off really hot, and they're still pretty hot. Still winning 4 of the last 5 games. They are 12-6 on the season.
What do you think? It's been a great year for Portage with the teams they've beaten.
Absolutely. They made some noise beating Valpo earlier in the year, something that we did not expect. But you can tell just by watching them that they can play ball. That was number 14, Sam Wellman, hitting the 3 from the wing.
All right, I did take one. Check the phone there.
Oh,
I
yeah.
did take
Joe's
one.
checking his work there. Ooh,
go ahead and throw down.
Wellman again, that's excellent. That's Michael Wellman with the dunk.
Wow.
And wasn't it just a couple of weeks ago we talked about how great a season, how surprising Portage has been, but again, a basketball team in the Duneland Conference winning games against good basketball teams. That's impressive.
I wonder if Michael Wellman is part of the Wellman Portage family.
Wow, that was
That's Garrett Lewis,
quick
my guy, right
trigger.
there.
Garrett Clark, right.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. Quick trigger from the corner there. That was
Garrett
an
Clark.
excellent play.
He's my guy. I better know his last name. From 3, I think he's just a sophomore.
I think he is pretty young. You
Yeah.
know? So Portage is actually playing really well. They're continuing to play pretty well, 12-6. Their coach has got them really moving here right now, but they got a big one here against Chesterton.
And
Beat
again,
Maryville, beat Lake Central, beat Valpo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Again, a team with double-figure guys scoring more than one.
We're
Yeah.
seeing a trend for some of these teams that we're highlighting. There's multiple scorers averaging in double figures. That's really what you need, that balanced scoring.
Which goes to show passing is not a bad thing. Just to let you guys know. Okay, I'm done.
All right. I think the folks that you used to play with wanted you to know that as well.
Yeah. I have no comment about what you just said.
So Chesterton right now is actually leading the way in the Duneland Conference. They are on a 9-game winning streak, and they're 14-4. Started a little slow, but they are really on top of it right now.
Joe, when you
They
said
are
I was a
playing well.
gunner, was that
Yeah,
what you said?
might have been.
Yep, might have been.
That was Owen Gus there with the step in.
You might have thought you were going Robinson back in the day, but you weren't.
No. I was big. I was just big dog, period. As in,
Justin Sims with the take in the lane. That was an excellent play right there. He's nice and strong.
yeah, and again, a basketball team that last year made it to the state championship game. Lost some good people, but look what they're doing right now.
Demetrius Sane there with the take on the left side.
They've got some depth too, Chesterton.
Yeah.
They're a good community. They built a really strong basketball community, and you can just tell that they're continuing to reload with talent.
And I like that post-up move by that young man back there because that's a good move if you can get away with it, especially if you can put the ball in the basket. And Chesterton, as you see, guys, #1 in the Duneland Conference.
That
9
9
game, yeah, that's impressive.
Yeah.
And they're scoring the ball too. It's 62
Right.
points per game. That's
impressive.
creeping up there into some higher scoring games.
Well,
here.
they are, for as good a defensive team as they are, that is a lot of points to
Right,
average.
it is. And that's what I had in mind here. The game is at Chesterton. I do think this is going to be a tight game. Portage has been playing really well lately. I think Chesterton continues their momentum.
All right, I think that's a good pick too. All right, how about our final boys game, Lake Central and Hammond High?
That's going to be fun.
Oh yeah, I'm looking forward to this one.
LC's had a little bit of an up and down season.
Yeah, you know, they're 14-5, but they have won their last 3 games. They're starting to get that momentum behind them again.
There's our guy Xavier Williams. I think I saw on social media that Xavier Williams might have got a football offer this week.
We're gonna have to
Or
do a
last
little
week.
bit of research on that.
Yes, there he is right there on the rebound.
That's some strength right there in traffic.
And he's going to need that because he's going to go up against a team that has a pretty good size themselves this year.
There's Rhett Peters there with the finish on the left side.
They got some size.
Woo!
Yeah.
Look at that. We got some Miles Yekic with the up and under little razzle dazzle there. That's what I like to see. And then the step in. Took this game over
shot.
for a little bit there.
Don't be afraid of that mid-range. Here goes X. Oh, nice pass.
And the harm there for Jake Smith on the finish.
Nice pass.
Hey, whatever, it got the job done, didn't it?
And he got the assist too, right?
So Lake Central is rolling a little bit, and they are averaging 60 points per game. They are doing an excellent job on the boards, as we saw in those highlights, and that's giving them extra opportunities to score.
And they're going to need those boards when they take on Hammond Central. That's going to be a tough opponent.
All right, speaking of the former Purple Gang, let's check out Hammond Central, who's finally come back across the Illinois border to Indiana for some basketball games.
10-game winning streak and 18-1. This team is excellent, and you're going to see why.
Oh, nice drop step.
As a
Amari
matter of
Moore,
fact,
yeah.
didn't mean to cut you there, buddy, but they have not lost a game to a team in the 219 area.
No, they have not.
Yeah.
Their only loss was in Illinois.
And that makes our man Gary Graben extra proud. We're getting some Hammond Central
Love.
highlights.
There you go.
Some love there.
Danny Garza with the left hand, with the left-handed.
We saw
jumper.
those guys practice, and they enjoy themselves when they go out and practice. It's not like a drudgery thing. Of course, when you've only lost one game, it makes it a lot easier, but bottom line is, it's a fun team to watch, and they're also big Michael Jackson fans, too.
Oh, excellent.
Really?
Oh, they play the Michael Jackson music during the practice.
Oh, there you go. Throw down
Throwing it
Jordan
down.
Woods.
That was a
Woods.
football/basketball guy. Now, there's a guy that is going to college to play basketball.
You can tell why he's such an excellent athlete on multiple sports. That was Danny Garza with the take and the foul.
And that was a smooth perimeter move right there.
I think you're teasing that they might be a feature next week. Profile, huh?
They could be. Could be.
18-1. What a season. 69 points per game. 15 points a game, but Jordan Woods is sharing the ball.
Yeah, and that's what they didn't do last year. Last year they were young, they were new in that new gym, and now they're sharing the ball, which makes it even more dangerous.
Tell me what you got there.
What I got there is a tight game. Look, I said earlier that I was a great shooter, and Joe called me out. But that being said, Hammond Central should win this game, although it's going to be a tight ball game. It's at Hammond Central. I've got to go Central by 1. That's Hammond Central by 1.
There you go. All right. All right. We're going to have a feature coming up right now on the boys and girls swim team for Munster High School. Many state titles, would have a boatload more if it wasn't for those Carmel folks who've won, I think, every state title in swimming in the last few years. So let's get up close and personal with the Munster swim teams.
Being a former swimmer from Munster High School, bringing the whole tradition back was a big part of me coming back. So I really wanted to bring that camaraderie back that we had when I swam. I was brought up, obviously, making sure that swimming was a priority, but it was also a privilege and an honor to be on Munster Swimming. And I was hoping to bring that back. And the kids are starting to learn the dedication and the drive. And I mean, just being part of Munster Swimming is just tradition, period. A lot of these kids have gone from being 6 years old all the way to 18 right now together. I personally enjoy having the boys and girls together. They work together, they push each other. They're a very well-knit team. I love seeing the progress or that aha moment or just seeing them get their goals. As a coach, that's fantastic. If I could get them to go the fastest time they've ever done, great. Great. It's not about the winning, but it's about seeing that time drop, especially if they haven't had it in a while. It's a very difficult being a swimmer and a diver. It's very difficult. It takes a lot of time and commitment, but this commitment will actually carry on through their whole life. They'll be able to handle or multitask through this whole thing, and being part of Munster, just being part of a great tradition. It's the dedication. I mean, it builds character. It's good for you, and it makes you mentally and physically tough. And that's something that you need to do well in life.
Not a lot of people know that she's my mom, and she doesn't treat me like her daughter. She treats me like one of the other swimmers. So I'll still get critiqued in practice. I'll get told to fix my stroke, what I need to work on. But overall, she's a really strong coach. She's really passionate about what she does. Not everyone gets to see what happens behind the scenes because they don't live with her. She puts in a lot of time for the practices, hours a day, and she really cares about the team. She thinks about everything, and she wants everyone to succeed. And I think that's really what you need for a team to succeed, that you need a coach like that to push you and train you to be your best. The leadership definitely has an impact on the culture of the team. I feel like if you have a strong leader, then you'll have a good team culture. People won't be sitting out of practice, people will be trying. They'll follow the leader, and you need to be a good role model to have that good team culture. And that's what I'm trying to do as a team captain of my team. I feel like it's a sport that not a lot of people can do, and if you can do it, you tend to stick with it, especially since you meet people along the way that become your close friends. Like, you're really close, and you push each other. It helps a lot. I mean, it's a fun sport, especially when you have the right people and the right training and you're doing well, and it's just fun all around. It's honestly really nice to have that Munster name, like by my name, because we did used to be the swim capital of Indiana. And if you go in our pool, you're gonna see all the banners for state on our, that we won the past couple years. And I think that there's definitely some legacy that goes with it, because we had coaches like Jepson who really built up the team, and it's kind of nice to be offspring from that, because you carry a little bit of that legacy with you, like wherever you go.
Well, it's really nice to be part of something bigger. Ever since I came in as a freshman, it's always been stressed on us how important the culture is and how much supporting your team and being part of the team means. We've always been a massive swim town. It's always been super stressed how important it is, even after you graduate, just supporting kids and being part of it. Swimming is really a great sport. And it sucks, the hard work sucks, but the payoff is so rewarding. Being able to look up and see your name up there, sit on the podium, and the friends you make along the way are just so amazing. There's no sport where you build that same intimacy, where you're practically living together for a whole lifetime. Munster swimming's bigger than just a team, just a sport. It's really a whole community. Every single person knows everyone. I can go back and I'll know someone 20 years ago who's broke a record, and there's a good chance they'll know my name. Every year, the kids who graduate come back and look back, and everyone looks out for each other, and it's always been a super strong and tight-knit community, and being part of that really means a lot.
All righty, yes, it is Swim Town in Indiana. Munster, great feature on the boys and girls there. We've got girls basketball coming up this weekend in the state of Indiana as the regionals get underway. We've got local teams in there. Valpo won their first girls sectional in a while. But man, are they up against it. South Bend, Washington's girls team is loaded.
It's going to be a fun game. There's a whole bunch of talent there. And hey, it's Indiana. Who knows what's going to happen?
Well, here's hoping that Valparaiso and Lake Central win, because then we get the Lake Central Valpo game, which I believe we've had already this year.
Yeah.
And I would not mind seeing it again.
Northridge is really good too, though. I mean,
Yeah.
South Bend, Washington's had a tremendous year.
Yeah.
Highland winning a sectional for the first time in a while. Congratulations to them. Andrean, maybe my pick here to have the ability to go the farthest in this tournament, you think?
Isn't it amazing that we talk about a team that's been to their first sectional, and now here's Andrean. They've been to now five championships in a row. I mean, here's hoping that they do well, because I think that, and I agree with you, I think they're the best team that could go the furthest.
Yeah, South Central's pretty good too, but
yeah.
Andrean's really had a great year, and they've got the star who can make things happen, and they got a great supporting cast. South Central and Washington Township also playing girls basketball in the regionals this weekend. How about some boys games?
Boone Grove and Lake Station. I know that you're looking forward to that one, Tom.
Oh yeah, looking forward to it. But you know something? With all due respect to Boone Grove, February the 14th, circle it on thou calendar.
Oh yeah?
Because Lake Station takes on Munster.
Sounds like a Valentine's Day date.
Yes.
I'm going to take my wife.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Good luck with that.
Yeah. We can work with that.
West Side against Munster. LaPorte and Maryville.
So I think LaPorte and Maryville will be a fun game. There are two teams that are kind of finding their footing right now. I think that'll be a fun one.
It should be fun.
All righty. We can tell you that Hammond High is #1 in the boys poll this week.
Yeah, do we have the
followed by
polls?
Lake Station, Munster, Ileana Christian, and North Judson. Well, now that we think that we've narrowed down Andrean's girls as the team with the best chance to go the farthest on the girls' side, what do we think maybe about the boys' teams here with the best chance to go the farthest?
I think the top three teams take one.
I'd imagine, yeah.
I mean, Lake Central, Lake Station, Hammond Central, and Munster. I
Yeah.
think those are your top three champions.
We all know that Hammond and Munster don't play each other in the regular season
Darn it.
anymore.
No.
So that could be a huge tournament game if that happens.
Hey, Dad, when do you have to tell us a story about why that's happening?
When we're off the air, we'll probably get into that.
I tell you what, though, I just saw Hammond Central. Really impressed with.
Yeah.
All righty, we'll see you next week with another edition of the Prep Sports Report.
Become your best at IU Northwest. With more than 70 high-quality degree programs, a convenient location, and affordable tuition. Learn how you can join more than 29,000 IU Northwest alumni at iun.edu.
Valparaiso University is a place for you to grow. It's where professors are there to help you find your passions, and it's where you'll make connections that last a lifetime. Learn more at valpo.edu.
Doing as much as you can, as quickly as you can, is important to me. Life is short, and the earlier we get started helping our community, the better off our community will be.